All right, we're live.
All right. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites coming week in, week out to prophesy the 100% truth of the Holy Scriptures as it is written in the Holy Bible, given to us from the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. First of all, we're going to get started by giving infinite honor and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect scattered abroad, wherever you may be. And we are on a live stream today, 23 January 2025, as it is measured by the Gregorian calendar, the new year. It's been a multitude of signs and wonders in the earth, as many brothers I would safely assume have been, measuring the time diligently in itself, as it tells us in the book of Second Esdras. The weather on one side of the United States is ice, on the other side is fire. The wildfires, or so-called wildfires, that have been happening in California, and then the snow and the ice that has been in the southern part of the country, like Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, Texas, so on and so forth. But these are all signs and wonders of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, as Second Esdras tells us, that it is the very same time that the highest will begin to visit the
Yeah.
place that he created, right? So all that is prophecy, and we also believe, speaking as men, that we know that the wicked, that the earth has been given into the hands of. He has certain instruments and devices that can so-called change or alter weather patterns and things of that nature. I mean, that could very well be, something that's going on,
Harp.
but the Lord controls it all anyway from the control booth. So we just sit back and have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to be stable in these times, as even this right here is a precursor to Jacob's trouble. As what has been shut down, a lot of entertainment has been shut down. In some places, the internet is gone. Some places you can't even leave your house. So what are you going to do in these times, man? Are you going to sit back and, well, I can't go anywhere, so I'm going to get on my laptop? Well, what if the internet's down? I can't go get food. So what are we going to do? Are we going to panic, or are we going to cleave unto the Lord?
That's right. I got a precept for you.
Nah, bro.
This will be Isaiah 33
Right,
and 6. You said, are we going to panic? Are we
right,
going to uh, follow Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai?
right.
What if you've been doing what you have to do, then you should know that the wisdom and knowledge of this truth is going to be the stability in those times. It's going to keep you mentally stable in these upcoming times that we're about to go through. All right. So when everybody else is bugging the hell out, running to and fro, you're going to be stable. All right. You're going to be balanced. All right. Which means you're not, either way, right, more to the right, more to the left. You're balanced. You're being stable. And you want to know what's the next step for you to do. See, everybody else, when the internet goes out, we pulled off of the highways and byways, we're pulled off of the internet. They're not going to know the next step. They're not going to know what to do. Well, this is Isaiah 33 and 6, and we read, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. Right. So it's letting you know that this truth, this is what's going to keep us stable in these upcoming times that we're about to come into. There's no worldly knowledge that you can obtain that's going to get you over this hump, over Jacob's trouble. Only thing that's going to matter in these upcoming times is the deeds that you have done for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's going to uh, 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 show if you're going to be saved or not. If you don't have works, hey, you ass out. You ask something, bro?
That's right, bro. And to put an answer to that question, what are we gonna do, or what is everybody gonna do? The scriptures tells us in the book of Sirach, the second chapter, set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Endure in what? Endure in the things that you have learned. And as we've said before, speaking plain language, everything that you've been doing up to the point of crap hitting the fan is going to be who you are and what you have. If you haven't been doing anything but shaking your ass, that's all you're going to be able to do. If you haven't been doing anything but playing Mickey Mouse games and thinking everything is a damn joke, grab asking, hopscotch, shucking and jiving and bull crapping around, bro. That is the only thing you're gonna have left, man. Because wisdom is a defense. What part of that don't you understand? Cleave unto him. This is Sirach, the second chapter, and verse 2, verse 3, Salakia. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased in the last end. And the first part of that is, let me see, here it is, verse 4. Whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. I think I missed a line. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Here he is. Here is the part I missed. And make not haste in what? A time of trouble. You can't make haste. You can't panic. You try not to panic. In this flesh, we might have a little panicky, some things coming at us real fast, but we recover in the spirit. We recover in the spirit of the Lord. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we recover in the spirit of this truth, man. Instead of calling 911 when TikTok goes off. Like if TikTok works for 911 and 911 has the answers to why the internet went off. That
Right.
is how stupid is that, bruh? You calling 911 because a social media app is off. That doesn't make much sense.
Which that actually happened for the brothers and
Right.
sisters that been stumbled across this video that actually happened. That you had citizens, you had 2/3 and the rest of these heathens alike
Right.
all in 911 because TikTok was off
For a
for
minute.
a couple hours.
Right.
The ban hasn't officially came through. Trump has given it like a 45 day extension, but when it was off, you had mugs calling the police because the TikTok was off. This is the amount of wisdom the world is offering you.
Mm.
All right. This is the amount of knowledge and understanding the world is offering you. So when all hell starts to break loose, only thing that's going to sustain you is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Nothing else, man. Or you're going to
Hmm.
be like these people out there that's calling the police because TikTok went out.
Right.
All right. You had something else to say, brother?
I'm just agreeing with you, bro. That was some foolish events, bro. You calling the police because a social media platform is off now, and you can't access your page, your account. You can't access to see you using that to see what's actually going on in the world. Yes, yeah, sure. I'm not implying that we don't use technology or the internet to, keep up with current events. But this is one social media platform that went down for a minute and people panicked calling 911. And that's supposed to be something reserved for life and death situations. I guess to some, life and death was happening when TikTok went down. Let me read Isaiah
God,
24,
God.
and I'm going to jump around in this chapter because it's all tied together. Isaiah 24 and 1, behold, the Lord Yahweh maketh the earth empty and maketh it waste and turneth it upside down. and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with his mistress, her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. This is going to apply to everybody. The servants of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai are included in all of these things. But the difference, the separation is we are storing up our treasures in heaven through the power and spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, while others are storing up their likes and views on
Yeah.
social media, man. So when that goes down, that's there is no recourse.
Right.
There is nothing. You know, mirth in the land is gone as it reads further down in Isaiah 24.
That's right.
But when these things shut down, one more point, bro.
Hmm.
When these things shut down, all Jake is doing is waiting for another opportunity when something else can come back up so he can have some more false pleasure. He's just standing by. When it goes down, he said, well, the internet's off. I can't get on Facebook now, so let me smoke some weed. Or I can't get on TikTok. Let me go try to bust. I can't drive to the store, so shit, I guess I'll just drink. Always something to fill in to where he was having pleasure.
Hmm.
Nothing conducive to productivity, nothing conducive to spiritual growth.
God. And
Yeah, man.
what verse you ended off?
I just went to from 1 to 3.
Can you pick back up at 9 for me, real
Gone,
quick?
bro. Yeah.
Uh, and before you say that, I just want to say, hey, look, we all got pleasures that we
Right.
indulge in, but there's a balance and there's moderation that you have to apply to each pleasure that you have. You want to drink? Well, just don't get blacked out drunk, pissy fucking drunk. Well, Mog's got to come to you the next day and tell you what you did the next day. All
Right.
right. You have to make sure that you're not into this, you in this situation to where you're not applying balance and moderation to whatever that you're doing. But can you pick back up on that?
Gone, bro. Let me see. All right. Let me just hit 3 and then I'm gonna jump to 9.
Okay.
The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled. We see what's happening, the fires, the snow, the knowledge of this world, the people, the leaders of this world has caused you to err. You're believing in everything but the word of the Lord, man. Jake doesn't even realize that we're in captivity. Jake doesn't even realize that the leaders, the so-called kings and princes, that he believes he has a choice in picking are not for his own good. This
Uh,
is two wings of the same bird. You're choosing two ambassadors of your oppressor.
that's right.
Dumbass Jake.
That's right.
This is verse 9, Isaiah 24. They shall not drink wine with a song.
That's right. They shall not drink wine with the song. When you think about drinks and you think about music, you think about what automatically partying. So the Lord is saying that in the future, all of this partying is about to be over with. And no more partying and then no more bullshit. See, this is the spirit that he wanted you on from the door. It's the spirit of focusing, of not party and bullshit.
Right,
So you know what? He's taking something away. He's taking that party bullshit and spirit away. You see?
right. That's right, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Mm-hmm.
The city of confusion is broken down.
That's America. That's the city of confusion, Babylon. Babylon comes from the Hebrew word babal, which means confusion. America's the city of confusion. Well, just to give a few examples, you got the men under the women over the man, the children ruling the households, men chopping off their rods, getting mangina surgeries, women taking testosterone pills, hitting the weight room, getting facial hair and getting muscles and walk around like niggas.
Hmm.
All right. A man just got some years ago, he became Mr. USA or something, Miss USA or something of this nature. So just letting you know that America, what is the land of confusion? Each nation comes to America and they have what? They abandon their ancient world customs and come here to freak off.
Right.
An Arab dude told me not too long ago. He says, because we was talking about broke rich homosexuality. He came here and said, what you talking about? America? This is the place that we come and we're free. Ain't nobody judge here. See, and to let me know the
Hmm.
mindset that these other nations come here off. They come here to do what? To basically abandon their ancient world customs. To come here and become a Babylonian. So that's what the Babylon is, man. Babylon
Right.
comes from the Hebrew word babal, which means confusion. Slakia. You continue.
That's the truth, bro. That's 100%. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up
Mm-hmm.
that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets.
And that's what it's about to be very soon. It's about to be a crying for one in the streets, which is a crying for this truth. People are going to want to know what's going on. All right. They're going to have all hell breaking loose. Now we don't know how the future is going to be in the next couple weeks, but let's say troops are on the street trying to get the these migrants, the cartels start to shoot back, and now martial law's implemented. There's false flag terrorist attacks, so forth and so on. And now they're talking about the economy collapsing, the dollar collapsing. They need a new form of currency. People going to want to know what's going on. All right. So when this gets worse and worse and worse, the economy gets worse and worse and worse, and the situation gets worse and worse and worse. People are going to want to know what's going on. So
Mhm.
people they're going to come to the prophets and ask, "Hey, hey, what's going on? Can you tell me what's going on?" And this precepts to let you know that those who didn't get this word while it was readily available to them, we're not going to give them the word when all hell starts to break loose. In Ezekiel 3 and 26, it talks about our tongue cleaving to the roof of thy mouth. Why? Because there was a rebellious house. You were doing what you had to do. You were looking at current events, so forth and so on, making sure that you die daily, praying to the Lord, praying and fasting, so forth and so on. The other ones, they wanted to be heathens. They wanted to be Epicureans, chase after pleasures and pursue their creature comforts. So when all hell breaks loose, that's the only thing that you can show. That's your deeds. All right. The Lord's not going to protect you. And they're going to want to come and try to seek the truth. And guess what? The Lord's going to put the spirit on the elect to not give them the truth. All right. Whoever that you were, when things was popping, when you had liberation, that's who you going to be when things starts when all hell starts breaking loose, man.
Mhm.
All right. You got something, brother?
Con, a point as you were going into with all this stuff happening in real time. Jake is looking at it like, hey, the weather's crazy, or yeah, I can't wait till this passes over. And look what happened a week ago. We didn't see this coming. We didn't see snow over all these states and temperatures in the single digits. We didn't see that a week and a half ago. But Eve was saying things like, at this point in my life, I crave new experiences. You know, I
Oh,
would like to experience these things. I would like to go here and go, bruh. She needs to be quiet. She needs to sit the F down and understand the times that we're living in, bruh. What if you was trying to crave some experiences a week and a half ago and went somewhere, and then boom, you locked in and can't even move? Flights were shut down on airports all over the US. You know how many people were just in the airports, man? Because they had pleasure on their minds.
Okay.
Not the times that we're living in. And once again, I'm not implying that we shouldn't try to have some kind of pleasure in this captivity. Sure, it's okay to maybe go somewhere from time to time, but that can't be the foundation of your movement in these latter days, man.
Right.
You can't be on that whole mirth spirit, or should I say, you should not be fueled by self pleasure and self indulgence. It can't be. Let me read Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, and start at verse 1. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. We're all born, we all perish. What are you doing in between those two times? You got 2-year-olds with their hands out for gift, a life that has done nothing, expecting something because they were born. You haven't done anything, man. Mugs throwing parties and flyers and balloons and baking cakes because somebody was born. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. We must think about reality, because when Walt Disney World shuts down, when you're on these magical rides that have you actually believing it's real, when the power goes off or someone jumps out with an AR and starts spraying the place, that's going to be reality right there. But I believed the dude was actually flying. Why are they doing this to me? You got trapped, bro. You got caught up. You got caught up in the buffoonery. Sure, we have dreams, we have imaginations about things, but the reality is this truth. The reality is what's actually going on, and magic yields, reality yields to no magic. When the internet is off, these fires in California are real. This snow on the ground out there is real. Judgment from the Lord is real.
That's right.
Sorrow is better than laughter. I'm reading the scriptures. You tell that to somebody, hey man, I'm trying to live my best life. What you mean sorrow is better than laughter? All right, bro. For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. When you dwell in reality, you can appreciate the reindeer games and the fantasy and the pleasures way much more. That's like living inside your means. Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. You got mugs that live outside their means, bruh. And then when they can't sustain these means, the woman leaves them. Nobody wants to be their friend anymore because you live in all outside the box, all vain glory.
I got something for you.
All right.
It's a Sirach 5 and 7.
Yep.
And it's to
That's
back
it.
brother up, yeah. Because at the end of the day, uh, if you're not doing what you have to do, there's nothing but destruction at the end. So we're trying to give to you the reality of what's going on. This is not do what you want to do in this life. You wake up, you get up, and you walk out here and you get your creature comforts on until you go to sleep. You can do it all over again. It's always until you can't get up no goddamn more. This is not what this is about. This is about pleasing Yahweh Bashim Yahweh to the best of your ability, or you're going to partake in the destruction that's coming because we disobeyed. You see? Now there's a destruction that's coming. All right. And we're trying to warn our people to get right, or they're going to partake in the upcoming calamities. All right. Sirach 5 and 7. Make no hurry to turn to the Lord. Make
Mm-hmm.
no hurry. All right. Don't wait, oh, next week or next week or next week. because days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, months turn into years. All right. Before you know it, you're just not doing this work, man. All right. Make no hurry to turn to the Lord and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth. Because suddenly the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to come forth, man. All right. So not you're not gonna get a memo, or somebody
Right.
gonna fax you and let you know, well, this date, all hell is about to break loose. No, nothing. There's going to be no warning. The only warning that you're going to get is through you measuring the times diligently and seeing things, seeing prophecies come to pass. So you blowing that trumpet and then you're giving that warning out, and all the other brothers are giving that warning out. But as far as the exact date of something's about to pop off, no, you're not about to get that warning. Only warning you're gonna get is these videos, man, telling you that we're closer and closer to that day, man. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Most High come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So people out here, they chasing the bag, they're chasing the American dream. They want their picket fence with their dog running through it. They got their 401k right. They got a job. They got a wife. Their kids off to college, so forth and so on. You think you got everything figured out here in Babylon, where the Lord says, in thy security, thou shalt be destroyed, because you had so much faith here in Babylon. You put all your faith and into Babylon, you're going to be destroyed right along with Babylon, man. Now, these people that was in New Orleans partying for the ball dropping, judgment hit them suddenly when that dude drove by there in that F-150.
Hold up, Bob. Salak. One point.
Yes.
That's a beautiful point right there. Now, that same spot where that dude drove by in that F-150 and flattened him out
Mm-hmm.
is full of snow right now.
Like nothing ever happened.
Like nothing happened.
Like
That
nothing.
same street where Eve got flattened out, Jake got flattened out and twisted up like a pretzel, where they
Mm-hmm.
were in the spirit of mirth.
That's right.
The Lord shut it down when they were out there partying in a celebratory spirit of the so-called New Year, acting a damn fool. The Lord gave him a scourge for amendment right there. They didn't listen. They continued partying. That was 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Now the whole street, the whole city is shut down by the Lord, bro, again. Now they're sitting back like, well, I can't wait for this snow to pass over because we got to get back out there and on Bourbon Street. You don't do it again. We're in the times of Noah, bro. Mugs continuously partying, continuously just doing their filth, man. And once again, not implying you're not supposed to enjoy some things. Not saying that. But these
Right.
these scourges in tribulation are for amendment. But let me read that, bro. This second
God.
Ezra 16.
God.
Mugs aren't paying attention to things, bro. Let me read this out. This is second Ezra 16 and 19. Behold, famine and plague and what? Tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. They consider that as an isolated incident. This knucklehead drove down here with a Ford F-150. Hey man, it could happen anywhere. But we're going back out there to party.
Well,
We're not going to use this as something to pay attention to the Lord. You know, they're not going to get anything from TD Snakes. They're not going to get anything like this from Gino. And to hell with, I'm not saying this, but I'm saying this is their sentiment. To hell with these black Hebrew Israelites. I'm tired of them niggas anyway.
I got a precept for you.
Go ahead, bro.
It's Amos 3 and 6, and we read, shall a trumpet be blown in a city, and the people not be afraid? Shall
Hmm.
there be evil in a city and Yahweh have not done it?
Right.
You better get right with the power, because contrary to popular belief, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai ordained for that to happen, man.
Hmm.
He put the hit out.
Right.
You see, this ain't just Satan and the Lord. They beefing. You know what I mean? And he just got over on that day. The devil done jumped on this dude and just hit everybody. I mean, there's some truth to it, but that's not the whole thing, man. The Lord actually put that hit out, man. Does
Right.
not the Lord say He create good and He create evil? The Lord do all these things.
Hmm.
So you want to get right with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. There's no opposing force going against the Lord. See, that's some old Christianity shit right there, man.
Right.
You thinking there's a beef between the devil and the Lord really fighting tooth and nail. No, this is the creator. Nah. Satan, have you not read Job, the first chapter? Where the Lord told Satan, have you considered my servant Job? All right, telling Satan, hey, sick him on Satan. I mean, sick Satan on Job, Salakia. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Letting you know, giving you a peek on how things go down.
Let me
Nobody
get some of that.
opposes Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You got it, brother.
Come on, bro. Just want to back you on that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Job, the first chapter. Now there was a day in verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of power came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh, and Satan came also.
Uh-oh.
It sounds like I called a meeting, and everybody that worked for me need to be present and or accounted for.
God.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, he looking him dead in the damn eyes, bro. Hey, Satan, glad you showed up to the meeting because I did call this meeting.
Right.
Where you been?
Hey, right. Where you been?
Then Satan answered the Lord Yahweh and said, Sir, from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down in it.
That's right. And what the brother is basically giving you is that it wasn't no beef, no war. He didn't show up like, hey, F you talking about? Nah, like,
Right,
like they just had a war or whatever. No, Satan is on the payroll, so to
right,
speak.
right.
Satan is an agent, is a worker of the Lord. And there is no free world with the angels. So, hey, Satan, where you been? Well, doing what you said, Lord. I'm
Right.
traveling to and fro on the earth. Like I'm walking, hey, like a roaring lion seeking whom may I devour. I'm out here. You got it, brother.
All that is well, Lord, I got my orders. I was my order. I'm following my orders.
That's right.
Where you been, bro? I mean, sir? I was out there on my shift. I'm
That's
working my
right.
shift right now.
Well, I got something else for you.
Right. I
Hey,
got something else for you.
I got something else for you. Hey, have you considered Job? Hey,
Right.
yes, I have. You got a hedge about him. Gave him the details. Yeah, you got that. You got a hedge about Job. All right. Hey, see, you got to get it. The Lord has nobody going against him.
Right.
So the best thing for you to do is to get right with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man.
Hmm.
Or you're going to be destroyed. Amos 3 and 6, once again, shall a trumpet be blown in a city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and Yahweh have not done it? You
Hmm.
see, he is the one who tells Satan to go do A, B, and C, man. And they get it done, man. Satan and the rest of the demons, man. So, hey, just like that. You got something to bring out?
Come on, bro.
Con.
Real quick, just to solidify what you just said there. This is the book of Matthew, the 12th chapter, and verse 30. This is our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, speaking, who the world incorrectly and ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. He that is not with me is against me. There is no middle ground.
Right.
You either, it's like Is the door open or is it closed? You say, well, it's cracked. Well, it's not closed, so it's open. You can call it what you want, but it's either open or it's closed. So you are either with the Lord or you're not, or you are against the Lord. And this is where his servants stand firm on falling in suit with his word. The things that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we're talking about the God of the Bible. The things that the God of the Bible dislikes, his servants have the same sentiment. If the Lord is for it, we are for it. If he's
That's right.
against it, we are against it. It's it's not an opinion. It's not something that we just, well, I feel that if a man is pays his taxes and he doesn't break the law, he can get his rod cut off if he wants to identify as a woman. Well, hold up, bruh. Paying your taxes and stopping at stop signs, I mean, that's fine and dandy, but what about this other thing you just mentioned? That's not going to do anything for you, bro. You just went slap off.
I got something to back you up, brother. It's for
Con,
you.
bro.
It's for you, brother. It's a Psalms 139 and 21, and we read, "Do not hate them, O
Mm,
Lord, that hate thee." No, it's like it. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? I
mm,
hate them with a perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies.
right. That's right, bro. We are we are on the Lord's program, bro. And that's it. I mean, if you're going to be a servant of the Lord, the conclusion of the matter, as it tells us in Ecclesiastes, I believe the 12th chapter, is to fear the Lord and follow his laws, statutes, commandments. Well, I'm thinking of First John, to the love of the Most High is to fear him and follow his commandments, and they are not grievous. And if they are grievous, then you are against the Lord. The scriptures tells us in Proverbs the 8th chapter, all that love hate me, love death. So
That's right.
love is obedience. So if you love the Lord, you obey him. If you hate him, meaning disobey, then you love death, meaning obey sin, because the wages of sin is death. And you must, as Israelites, which this law, statutes, and commandments were given to us pursuant to the book of Psalm 147, it was given to us, Israel. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. This love letter, these scriptures were given to us. And Jake is hell bent on only believing that he's a black man. And if you substitute black or Negro or African American everywhere it says Israel in the scriptures, then that would be who you are, Jake. But you can't even do that, bruh. Was talking to Eve about a week ago and asked her, well, what God do you believe in? And despite secular history about the letter J, the Renaissance period, and the first slave ship being the good
Jesus.
Jesus, she's still on this whole thing that, well, historically, I understand that is the timeline. Yes, historic, but what about before that? What about before that, bruh? If the physical, if this image that is in the church houses does not line up with the physical depiction of the son in the Bible, shouldn't that make you question it? But it
Right.
doesn't. So they have this form of Stockholm syndrome. They can't get past it. Let me read Zephaniah, the second chapter, and start at verse 1. Uh, Gather yourselves together, yea, gather you together, O nation not desired. They don't consider themselves that, brother. I'm an American. I can vote. Eldridge Cleaver did a great work. If Martin Luther King had not died for us, we'd still be in the cotton fields.
The
I mean, these are the things that I've
Martin Luther
heard
King,
before,
huh?
man. MLK didn't do anything, bruh. Nothing. Read Deuteronomy 13. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord Yahweh come upon you, before the day of the Lord Yahweh's anger come upon you. You need to gather yourself, Jake. Seek ye the Lord Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth. You don't think that applies to you, Jake? We're at the damn bottom. We have nothing here, man. Nothing. Your little wiggle room that you think you have has deceived you. You will be reminded in a heartbeat by your biblical oppressor that you're nothing. Just get out of line a little bit.
That's right.
Which have wrought his judgment, seek righteousness, seek meekness. If may be ye shall be hid. Hid where? In that secret place, as it tells us in Psalms 91. That secret place of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's your protection. That's your hedge right there, hid in the day of the Lord Yahweh's anger, man. But the Lord's all love. It's all hugs and kisses, kumbaya,
Okay.
snuggles, fabric softener sheets, My Little Pony. That's all it is, bruh.
Well, over here in Isaiah chapter 13, the ninth verse, it
Mm-hmm.
says, Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger. Well, the day of the Lord is cruel.
Hmm.
All right, with wrath and fierce anger. There's not going to be angels floating down, naked babies. You know how they think angels are supposed to be. You know what I mean? Singing kumbaya and ready to sign new legislation. No, the day of the Lord is to topple the world's government as you see it right now and to set up the Lord's government. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what it's going to be. All right. And if you're on the side of the 2/3 and the rest of these heathens, guess what? You're going to be destroyed right along with everything else. All right. Uh, can I start at? I want to start at Isaiah. You good? You got something you want to bring up?
Come on, bro. Just a point that that day of the Lord, as it still reads earlier in the chapter of Zephaniah, the first chapter, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath,
That's right.
a day of trouble and distress,
That's right.
a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
That's right. That's right.
Bruh,
No,
how are you
it's
gonna
not.
make some omelets if you don't break the damn eggs, man?
That's right.
How are
See,
you gonna make the floor shine with wax buildup unless you strip it?
that's right. Yeah,
You gotta strip it, bruh.
that's right. Okay, come on. Hey, we'll start with Isaiah. I just want to go down to the point,
Go ahead.
the ninth verse, just real quick.
You
It
want me to
says,
read that?
come on, Isaiah
All right,
chapter 13.
all right, all right. That's it. That's it. Isaiah 13 and 9. It
Oh, well,
reads,
you start at one. We can
all right,
go down
okay.
to nine.
All right, all right. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 1, it reads, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift up ye a banner upon the high mountain.
That's the scriptures is the banner. All right.
Mhm.
And the high mountain is Babylon.
Right, these powers.
Mhm.
Exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand.
Then that's what we're doing right now. Do you see what the brothers was? Hey, get second Ezra's for me. Get this. That's what the brother just did right now. He shake it. He's we shaking the hand.
Right.
All right.
Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
And the nobles being the elites, starting with the elites down to the presidents, the Congress, those who push legislation, so forth and so on. And they all do know about us. Trump, all of these people know about us. So yeah, this that's what we're doing.
Mhm. I have commanded my sanctified ones.
This getting into the elect. That's the sanctified one, the saints. So,
Mhm. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger.
Now this is getting into the angels. They're the mighty ones, and they rejoice in the Lord's highness. Getting into the next little bit.
Even them that rejoice in my highness, the noise of a multitude in the mountains.
And that's getting into these governments. All
Mhm.
right. And especially these governments that has nuclear capabilities. All right.
Like as of a great people.
Right. Like as of a great people. Now this is getting into those nuclear missiles. Go to Joel chapter 2. It talks about those nuclear missiles being likened unto a great people. All right.
A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
Mhm.
The Lord Yahweh of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Right. This is getting into World War III. It tells you, I believe in Zephaniah, that I have my determination is to gather the nations. That's the
Mhm.
Lord speaking, right? For World War III. So I can continue.
They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
That's getting into these nuclear missiles. They come from a far country, getting into the words ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles, which means it's leaving one continent and being shot to a whole nother continent. So they come from a far country, from the ends of heaven, even the Lord. So the Lord letting you know when we get to Revelations, 15:1, letting you know that the time frame that when these nukes get shot off, that's when the Lord's going to come and scoop the elect up. That's the time frame, because Revelations 15 says that when those nukes are shot off, the elect is going to be in the chariot on top of the firmament, looking at the nukes explode. You see, watching the destruction go down. So when these nukes are shot off, the chariots is going to come and beam up the elect and shoot their laser beams down, do what they have to do, and catch out. And then the elect are going to be looking at the destruction of Babylon, looking at all the destruction of nuclear missiles through the chariots. All
Right,
right.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to destroy the whole land, howl ye, howl
Yeah, right.
for the
And it gives
day
them
of the Lord Yahweh.
right. It says, "How ye," and I just want to say, destroy the whole land. Let's talk about America. America's one big landmass, so that's what it's talking about. And when
Mhm.
it says, "How ye," you don't howl for no reason. That is
Right.
a bitter cry that's being released. All right. So who's going to be howling? These nations in these 2/3, man. They're going to
Mhm.
be howling. Why? You got it, brother.
It's like a whale.
Right, like a
It,
whale.
it, it's way severe, far more severe than just crying.
Right.
There's a lot of pain. Howl is a verb that means to make a long, loud, and mournful sound.
Oh, you talking about deep in the gut cry.
Gut.
That 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 from the bowels,
Right.
the
Right. You coming
chamber.
from right. You have singers that can sing. You got guys like sing opera like Pavarotti, and what's your boy name? Luther Vandross and all them. They come from the bottom.
Yeah,
They come from the
yeah,
bottom. They're not
yeah.
singing from the throat. They
Right,
coming from
God.
the bottom.
Yeah, they come from the bowels.
Yeah, coming from the bowels, bro. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
That's
That's
right.
how ye will. It will be as it will come as a destruction. Therefore shall all hands be faint.
That's right. All hands shall be faint, which means you're not going to be able to do anything about it. If
Hmm,
you ever had a really hard workout to the point, hey, you can't even lift your arms, your grip strength is gone, you can't defend yourself.
right.
All hands will be faint, and with nothing nobody can do about this. You got it.
Hmm. And every man's heart shall melt.
Their mind, their mental, all your plans. Well, I'll just do this if this goes down. I'll just do that. All that's out the window. There's nothing that nobody is going to be able to do about this. And this heart is getting into your actual mind, not
Right.
your heart like on your your actual organ in your chest. It's just talking about your mind. As a brother brought out, how you know it's talking about your mind? Well, if somebody says, "Hey, I love you with all my heart," and you talk about his mind or his actual heart. Well, if I get a heart transplant and it's in somebody else, does he not? Does he now have my love
Mm-hmm.
that I had for somebody else? No, I love you up here in my mind. So guess what? I love you with all my heart is getting into the mind. Your heart being your mind. So when it says every man's heart shall melt, they're going to be paralyzed with fear. They're going to be strictly paralyzed. Ain't nothing nobody can do about it. So that's what it means, man. They're going to be fearful, paralyzed with that fear. That's it,
That's
bro.
right, bro. That's
Mm.
right. Therefore, all right, let me say we got that. And they shall be afraid.
Getting into how they're going to be afraid, how their heart going to melt. They shall be afraid.
And the scriptures tells us one side point that the Heavenly Father does not give us the spirit of fear. So with this wisdom and knowledge to be stable, these mugs out here that have not sought the Lord out, these are going to be the ones that are afraid and faint and hearts failing them because they don't have that knowledge. They don't have that stability of the wisdom. And they shall be
Um,
afraid, pangs, Pangs,
mhm.
and sorrows shall take hold of them, snatch them
That's
like
what.
hog tied ass, grab them
Hey,
by the
right.
collar and by the belt.
Hey, exactly. Take hold of them. They didn't
Yeah,
go out
take
there
hold.
and deliver themselves up to this feeling. No, it took them
Right.
all of a sudden by force. It took hold
Mhm.
of them, pains and sorrows,
Right.
and just fear, paralyzing fear. It took hold of them, yoked them up.
Hmm.
All right.
And and a pang, Pang, as it is in that particular precept, is a sudden, sharp feeling of extreme pain, anguish, or mental anguish.
Ooh.
Hmm.
See, see that mental anguish and getting into war neurosis. Look that up. War neurosis is if you've been through hardcore battle before. Some people can't get out of it without getting some mental scarring done to them. Certain things happen and they can't really live it down, and it kind of messes them up physically. Like there's videos out there on YouTube where people went through war neurosis and they can't walk, talk, they can't do a whole bunch of things because of the shock that happened to them. All of that sudden, the bombs are dropping. They see their best bud, head get blown smooth the fuck off. They
Right.
see Mug's legs come off. Hey, and it shocks them to a point where it sends their body into a thing called war neurosis or shell shock. So
Right.
now they're it's like they can't get normal. It's like they have certain things wrong with themselves, man. Which look it up. It's hard to explain, but you got to look it up. And once you educate yourself on that, hey, it starts to put more icing on the cake of wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of thy time.
Hmm. And
Letting
that
you
and
know
that
that Slock, you got it, bro.
yeah, bro. And that war neurosis is based. This organization, or it could be combat fatigue. It
Combat
could be
fatigue.
battle fatigue, operational exhaustion, stress from certain things that happen during trauma. You
Right.
pretty much, you pretty much go into shock. You get shut down pretty much.
Yep.
Overload, your system damn overload, bro. You freeze up, you lock up. Or as they say in the word, you nut up.
God. Hey, but a lot of people are gonna be like that without the Lord. Because you
Right.
can look up educate yourself. There's on them videos that's out there. You got people that can't walk. A lot of people that they saw something and they can't walk no more. They saw something and they can't. They brain went into overload, like the brother was just getting into, and before you know it, it just they nutted up, and
Right.
that's it. So hey, when it says and they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. You talking about a next level amount of fear that these people don't know out here. They live in all willy nilly. They got the Dunkin' Donuts open down the street. They got their favorite fast food spot. They got Taco Sombrero down there. They want some Mexican food for the night. They want a few drinks. They live in the fucking life. This world is built up as a garden of Eden before them. So guess what? They live in willy nilly. But when all hell starts to break loose, hey, wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of our times, because shit about to get crazy out here, man, to where a lot of people about to be shell shocked. I don't want to go too long on that, but that was it.
Yeah, let me get back here. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. They won't be able to believe that they're looking at men nutting up like, well, dude, what you, bruh, what, all that masculinity, all that hardness, all that crap talking you were doing out here in the world on the street corners, it's going to be done, bruh. You will have met your match.
Yeah,
Their faces shall be as flames.
because guess what? When them nukes touch down, they will be burnt up. Can you imagine what the toughest guy is going to look like when those nukes are coming out of the sky?
Yeah.
Or when that dude said on 300, and our arrows shall blot out the sun.
Yeah.
And when them nukes get shot off, and when they touch, they're gonna blot out the sun in the sky too. But imagine when they start coming and you see them coming. Can you imagine how people gonna look? Heart attacks. It's gonna be a bunch of people gonna be trying to hide under things, cars. It's nothing that you can do. People are gonna be in a state of hysteria.
Right.
You know? And their faces shall be as flames, because when those nukes touch down, they will be burnt up. And this is the point right here in verse 9.
Come. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger.
That's right. It's not coming nice how everybody else will have you believe, how these Christians will have you believe. And the Lord's going to come back and it's going to be all light shining and there's going to be no more pain. Everybody's going to be together. You know what I'm saying? Babies are going to fly out the sky with their ass naked with, shit draping over them, playing harps. And everything's going to be okay. All the nations is going to come together. And everybody's, no. The Lord's coming to topple the world's governments and to establish his own, not by legislation, but by force. All right? So he's coming to invade the earth. So what's coming? Excuse me?
He's coming to seize it.
Yeah, coming to seize the earth, take control, man. Hey, and just like how when it says cruel, when you hear of certain incidents happen, a mother of 5 has been stabbed to death 80 times, and you say, "Wow, what a cruel punishment!" Man, that was cruel. That's how the Lord's coming, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. Desolate meaning nothing. No animals, no people, no plants, no buildings. How you going to do that? By way of those nukes, right? And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. You see? So you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, it's best time that you get right, man, or you're going to partake in the destruction that's coming to this place. And this place is prophesied to be utterly, which means totally, which means completely destroyed. All right, not nothing. With Malachi 4:1, what does it say? Not nor root nor branch, not a blade of grass nor a tree was going to be left standing out here. And also gets into not you or your family tree is going to be left out here. No people or no plant, no building, no anything is going to be here in Babylon. So it's best that you get right. That's all I had to say, brother.
And Luke 21 tells us that men's hearts failing them for fear
Uh,
and for looking after those things which coming on the earth, for the power of heaven shall be shaken. So men's hearts failing. I mean, mugs just passing out, bruh. Saw too much.
right.
Just yeah, just collapse.
Jay.
Like you
Hey,
see on those old movies, a woman just faint.
right, right. Hey, as a matter of fact, two people caught a heart attack when 1942 uh attack Battle of LA
Yeah,
happened, to where the chariot stood in LA for an hour and the military started shooting missiles at it or artillery at it. Two people caught heart attacks.
right.
Hey, because it just was too much. You mean to tell me that Earth being invaded? What you
Yeah.
do? just, gave up the ghost out this motherfucker.
just 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 got swiped.
Like the Lord's got his spirit back up off of you.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
and that's about these times are coming, man. It's very serious times. I know we joke about it, laugh about it, but these times are very serious. And if you're not with Yahweh Shimon Shai, you're gonna partake in these times, man. You're gonna be caught up in these cruel times of the Lord's wrath and fierce anger. But you're not gonna be on his side, because those of the elect are going to have the spiritual mark on them, which is thawa, which means to be exempt from judgment. Those who don't have that's going to be ass out. You're going to get destroyed. That's all, brother. I have to say.
But everything, bro, everything that's happening now, these this anguish, this tribulation, these things that are happening on the earth, the weather patterns, the judgment, the planes crashing, people perishing, uh, cars running down the street like F-150s taking people out. These are scourges for amendments, man.
Yeah, God.
These are supposed
Right back, brother.
to stir up your mind and get you back on track to seeking the Lord, man. That's what these things are for. These things are set for you to come back to the obedience of the Lord. And it tells us that, I believe, in Second Chronicles. Let me read that real quick. Second Chronicles, the 13th chapter, Slakia, the 15th chapter and 13, that whosoever, now understand these laws, statutes, and commandments, these rules and regulations of the Holy Scriptures were given to Israel, pursuant Psalms 147, 19, and 20. So that whosoever would not seek the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, the God of Israel. Now, can other people profit from obeying the Lord? Sure, they can profit, but the rules were only given to a particular nation of people.
Uh,
Anybody can profit by doing right,
uh,
but it's still not your rules. It's still not your laws. So whosoever would not seek the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, should be put to death. And this is the judgment that's going out daily, as the scriptures tells us in the book of Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter, and verse 5, that the just Lord Yahweh, just as it tells us in the book of Psalms 145, that the Lord is righteous in all of his ways and holy in all of his works. So there is no iniquity with the Lord, bruh. You can consider something fortunate or unfortunate. The only determination there is if you accept it or not, because it's going down. It's
God,
going
God,
down, bruh. The
God,
Lord, the
God.
just Lord Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. You're gonna sin 100 times and keep doing it, but it's gonna be in your heart that hell, I keep getting away with it. I'm gonna keep doing it, bro. You only live once, right? YOLO.
Okay. What they
That's
say,
all I had, bro.
Well, they say because judgment is not
Right,
executed
right, right, right,
expediently, you know, they have it in their hearts that, I mean, they're not going to repent. Roughly and loosely paraphrasing the scripture. But that's all I had too. If
yeah.
shut it down.
That's right. Yeah, though a sinner do evil 100 times, his days may be prolonged. You getting away with it, but bruh, all the Lord is doing, speaking plainly, is letting you build up a tab.
Hey, exactly. It's
You
like
building up a tab, bruh.
when the feds, just an earthly, example. Like when the feds come after you, they build up a tab on you. They
They
don't go after
watching
the
you.
They watch you. They don't go after the first thing you do
Right,
or the second thing. No, they build it up to where when they finally do contact you,
right,
it's 100% like it's
right,
like a sure shot that that's your ass. Hey,
right.
the Lord is letting you, you build up a tab. Did not he say in Romans 9:25 that he has given you over to your vile affection?
Right, right,
That
right,
doesn't
right,
mean he's giving you a license to no, you can go sin. No, he has given you over. Now he's building that up on you. And then when he requires that punishment, hey, that's it. He requires
hmm
it about you. He gonna get it about you. So hey, we about to see a lot of that go down in these upcoming times, man. All right, we're 2025. It's only 23 days in 2025, the first month, and we see stuff going. We see a lot of things happening, man. There's
hmm
videos out there. You got ICE raiding the sanctuary cities, rounding up the so-called illegal immigrants, the migrants. You got them being rounded up. What, January 1st, you had an explosion. You had a hostage situation at a bus. You had the New Orleans incident that me and you was touching on. Ford F-150 charged it into people, killed 5+ people, injured 35 plus of them. You have talk between Trump and Russia with the Ukraine situation. He's saying you in this whole thing with Ukraine or else.
right,
You got a
right,
hostage deal, which is coming out that this whole hostage deal is about to fall apart. And Trump saying if these hostages ain't released before he was inaugurated, and they're still all not released, that all hell was going to break out. But they got a deal in between that's supposed to be, I guess, like a buffer between all hell being broke loose. Man, we got a bunch of shit happening, man.
right.
Taiwan about to be invaded by China. The FBI director already uh, um, retired, but he was given the final warning that there's about to be a cyber attack on America that's about to be 100 times worse than the AT attack. Electrical grids will be attacked, water treatment facilities, communication, medicine, banking, transportation, so forth and so on. We have a lot going down, man,
hmm
about to happen. And the only way that you're going to escape these upcoming times is by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That's it.
That's it.
Nothing else. Nothing else you can do. No matter how much food, weapons, ammo you got in the cut or whatever. Hey, what they say, second Ezra 15 and 58. Those that be in the mountains. Since you got your little bunker set up, you got extra ammo, extra food, extra water, so forth and so on. It says they shall eat their own blood and drink their own. Drink their own blood and eat their own flesh.
Yeah.
And that's your blood and your own flesh, but also your family too, your own flesh and blood.
hmm
That too. The only way that you're going to be able to get out of this is through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And I brought up that to say you can't stack weapons and ammo with things carnally and thinking you're going to get up out of these upcoming times. No. All right. You had something to say, brother?
Yeah, bro. Gone, bro. I mean, you can stack things, and prepare, get some extra water. I mean, there's no you're not going off by getting water.
Yeah,
You're not
balance it
going off
though.
by, having some home protection. But
Hmm.
where does it all stem from? Understanding the times we're living in and wisdom.
Right,
Wisdom is that damn defense.
right.
See,
Not having faith in that.
wisdom and money, they can get money can get you damn near anything in this life, but wisdom can save your life.
Uh,
So let me close with this one, bro. This is 2 Ezra 9 and 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his what? Works and by
It's
faith.
faith.
And it's wise to have faith. It's wise to show your faith by your works. You see, it all goes back to wisdom. For the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, loveth none but he that dwelleth with
And
wisdom,
wisdom.
as it tells us in Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter. By works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. So if you're a non-believer, bro, just go ahead on and get ready for Mardi Gras. I think Mardi Gras is coming up. Or maybe what, Valentine's Day?
I
I
know
guess that's the
that
next thing.
Valentine's Day about to swing around.
So, you're gonna have a bunch of Jake running around in the stores like chickens with their heads cut off, buying candy, flowers, and balloons
And hearts and shit.
and hearts for these abominable cesspool vagina nigger women out there
Right.
that just that calls on JC, and they want a God fearing man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You know how it goes, bro.
Yeah.
Jake is on repeat. He's constantly looking for the next bro. I'm tired of them too, bro. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these mugs out here, bro.
Well, that's exactly why the Lord said he's going to come cruel with
Yeah.
both fierce and wrath. Hey, the only way that you're going to escape this is through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, practicing these law, statutes, and commandments.
That's it.
We just the servants, the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. We tired of you. How much more Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai? Man, he been tired of you. He says,
Mm.
what the Yahweh Shai says, the day burns in his heart when he comes back. So, hey, how about that one?
Mm-hmm.
So, hey.
Con, bro. Con. Hey, well, Lord willing, this sit down, this sit down edition of Camp 23 January 2025 has been edifying and to the point. Hey, the Wadi Shad, that we were able to have this avenue to bring out this truth. Esau's technology, but it's all of the Lord, bro. We're doing what we have to do, the way we have to do it. So with that, we're going to give all infinite honor and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Once again, double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect scattered abroad wherever you may be. And with that, we're going to say Shalom,
Shalom.
Kwam Yashala,
Kwam Yasharal.
Baba Ball,
Ababa Ball.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.